Hey folks, Cecilia here once again, and welcome to another update vid on the new RJTV.com. Now if you're wondering why the audio is a little bit better this time around than on the first one, and rather than blowing for your speakers or headphones, well, I've got a little hand-me-down microphone which is actually going to benefit us in the long run, so I'll explain more about that later. Anyway, as you can see, we've made some minor progress. After all, work does take up most of your free time, and the only time I can work on the site is on weekends. And as you can see, this is our new landing page, just as a test in the interim with our introduction video from YouTube. That will be eventually be updated to reflect our 10th anniversary. And speaking of which, we've got more programs now. So as you can see, the RJTV 10 page is all set. It's got memories, moments and milestones, and I'll explain those in the update next week. The transgender journey is now also set and ready to go. I'll just got to add content to these pages. Guide to Zentai has all been carried over from the Jimdo site. Scenic Scenes has also been carried in with a few new entries. Now, this point here, I got an inquiry, this is related to it, on the old Francesca Walls pages for the scam things, you know, the Acai Berry and the phone and the mobile scams. I'm planning to carry those over eventually, but I just want to get this site rebuilt and working before I can do anything else on the old historical program. So don't worry if you're still a fan of those shows. I mean, look how far we've come. They will be carried over eventually, so hang tight. And we've also now updated our Contact Us page as well. And as you can see, the old form from the Jimdo site has now been carried over, so you can still use the Google form to make an inquiry for us. And of course, we'll respond back as quick as we can. There's some new details here too, which I'll go over in a future vid. And that's pretty much it update-wise at the moment. And I know it's short and brief and you don't want to be seeing these things, but this is a pretty important step. It's our 10th anniversary year and I want to refresh RJTV for a new year and a new decade. And speaking of refreshes, the two other websites like this one, this is our blog called From the Exec, which is our official blog, or what I used to do to rant and scream about the Brony fandom, which still continues today. This will be undergoing a renovation in themes, so it will be more clean and friendly to use. And of course, Last Senorita Cecilia, that will be updated as well to reflect the transgender journey. But I thought I'd just make this video just to bring you guys up to date on the website build. In case you haven't seen the first video yet, the relaunch for all three sites takes place on May Day, May the 1st, May 1. That will be when RJTV relaunches, and also the two other websites. Now, before I finish up on this video, I was going to end it there. I just want to bring an update on what software we are now using. Now, as you know, we were using Adobe products for, well, an Olympiad 4 years. But recently, Adobe jacked their prices up from $40 to $70 a month just for using their Creative Cloud service here in Australia. Now, rather than pay $70 a month, I told Adobe get stuffed, and we are now using CorelDRAW's graphics suite, which is a little bit cheaper, but works in the same functionality. So this is where your title cards and reductions going, and also we're back to our old little friend, Corel Video Studio. It's been years since I used this. The last version was X4 actually. And it is a trip through time. I'm still actually learning how to use the program again. And it's actually a lot easier now with 16 gigabytes of memory in the old laptop and a 250 gig solid state drive. A far cry from the old days of the Pentium 4s, your Core 2 Duros, i3 and i5. 10 years does a lot of things, dear, in both gender choice and also in the way we work. But I'm going to finish up this video right now. I have another update on the site next weekend. Of course, the usual channels. Our website's still out of action, of course, but you can check us on Facebook and on our Twitter pages, and also on Google+, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel for any further developments. But I better wrap this up right now and get this edited up and uploaded. So until next time, everybody, this is Cecilia saying, stay sharp.